In this video, I'm going to teach you how to bring Revit into Google Earth using the globe link for Autodesk Revit 2011. So the directions on how to do this are listed here, but I'm actually going to walk you through that process so you can get acquainted with subscription. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to subscription.autodesk.com, and then you're going to simply log in. And you're going to choose Downloads, Product Enhancements, and you're going to do a search for Globe. And what you're looking for is the globe link for Autodesk Revit 2011. Now before you install this, you need to make sure that you have closed down Revit. Now I have Revit here with the product installed, but do notice that before I open even a new project, it is not listed here, even though it is installed. So you will open your new project, and while that's opening, we're going to go here to Google Earth, and we're going to find a project location. So in Google Earth, you want to make sure to zoom in to the portion of the site that you'd like to show up in Revit. And then you simply jump back to Revit, confirm that you're on your site, jump to your add-in, external tools, and now you can see here the different Google Earth tools that have been installed. So we're simply going to say acquire from Google Earth, which is going to automatically go to Google Earth and then come back to Revit. At this point, what I'd like to do is just simply mass out a form. So I'm going to go to my massing and site, in place mass, and you should get this dialog box, which is just simply telling you that Revit has enabled the show mass mode, which is, if you look here on the ribbon, the show mass mode is a toggle to turn on or off the mass. I'm now going to name my mass 214, which is the building number, so I can identify it later. I'm going to use my draw tools to trace the building, and then I'm going to make sure that I select those lines and say create form and finish mass. So before you can actually push this mass over to Google Earth, you will need to bring it into a 3D mode. So once I have it in 3D, I can very simply go to Add-ins, External Tools, Publish to Google Earth. Now the dialog box here for Publish options will allow you to choose which categories you would like to publish over to Google Earth. We are going to simply choose our mass and say OK. And when I go over to Google Earth, I can now see that my mass is showing up. You can even turn on your 3D building so that you can see the surrounding properties. And as you see here under temporary places, this is showing our Revit project. So if we go back to Revit and we decide to actually edit this mass, so we're going to edit in place, and let's say we decide to add a design change. We can now push this back to Google Earth as a secondary option, and you can actually show the client both of these within Google Earth. So if I turn off my secondary option, the first one shows and vice versa.